In today's episode of Raw Garage, we're taking out the Miata to the tail of the dragon. Plus, we're going to go to a hill climb race right after that. And trust me, this one gets crazy.
Miata's at the Gap, here we come.
If you guys haven't heard of Miata's at the Gap before, it's the longest running and one of the largest Miata gatherings in the country. We're heading out to Fontana Dam, North Carolina this week to see all the Miatas and drive the road ourselves. Then, right after that, we're headed to West Virginia Hill Fest to participate in the hill climb.
They were straightening the road out, cutting the hillside down and all that.
Yeah, and I think there was a landslide. We've successfully made it past the construction zone and have arrived at the tail of the dragon. Let's get the Miata off the trailer and head out for the night.
All right, we're heading out to the tail of the dragon now. Just see what's going on out there. So many people are here already.
So there weren't too many people there for the first night, but don't worry, on day 2 there were Miatas for miles.
The next day.
Okay, so it's the second day. Yesterday was a lot of fun, but not so many Miatas are here yet. Most everybody shows up on like Friday. Today's Thursday. So our first full day here. Let's see just how many Miatas are here today.
If you don't know what the tail of the dragon is, it's a long stretch of road that has 318 curves and 11 miles. It's regarded as one of the best driving roads in the world.
That was a lot of fun. That was a good pass.
Every time you come to Robbinsville, you've got to get the pineapple Dole Whip. Best stop in town.
So it looks like this is the turbo here, and there's oil that runs through the turbo, and there's this line that comes down to right here, and looks like it's dripping, so we're gonna have to do something about that. I think it's the oil drain. Okay, so we're filling up with gas, but that oil leak's gotten a lot worse, so we've got to get it back to the cabin and cooled off so I can figure out what's going on. We made it back. Now it's time to jack the car up and take a look and see if we can fix it. Pouring out of it. Pretty bad. A lot of oil. a lot of oil. So this is all way too hot to touch right now. I'm gonna have to let it sit for a minute and come back to it and see if I can figure out where the oil is all coming from. All right, so the car's cooled down for a bit. It's still not very cool, but it's cool enough. But I think I found out what's wrong with it. If you look down in here, there's this hose. Look at that. See how much movement there is at the top? That shouldn't be like that. So clearly that's shaken loose and needs to be tightened up. We should be fine. It's the only wrench I have that's big enough to fit over that nut, but it's also really long. So let's see what we can do. Oh wow, it's like finger tight. Ooh, that's really hot. Oh gosh, that's really hot. But we might have figured out our problem. Okay, so we've got the Miata figured out, but I do need to go buy a tool. So all the auto parts stores around here are closed. So we're just gonna drive the Porsche today, or at least the rest of the day. In the morning, I'm gonna go get the tool I need to fix it, and we'll be back on the road. Porsche's just too fast for these puny little Miatas. Come look at all the Miatas.
Wait a minute, that's not a Miata. That's a Honda S2000.
Well, that was pretty cool. Too bad I didn't have my Miata for that run, but let's head back to the cabin and get mine fixed. Alright, so it's the next day. All the stores are open again, so we're going into town really quick to go buy the special little tool I need, which really isn't that special. And we can get it all fixed up and get back to Miata's at the Gap. This is the size of the one I used, so I think we're good. Okay, moment of truth, I guess. Can't fit. It's gonna be a very slow process here. Okay, it's all tight. We got the wheel back on. I'm gonna top it back up with oil and take it for a drive. Just gonna check my oil so I can see just how much I lost. And actually, it's not that low. Check it one more time. It looks kind of weird. Huh. I might need about a half a quart. I think that's all. Should be it. All right, let's get back on the road. Everybody's tapping their heads, so I think there must be a cop up here somewhere, so we're gonna take it easy. Looks like there's another wreck. There's a car that went in the ditch up here. Not a Miata this time. I'm not sure what happened, but they're dragging it onto the tow truck now. We made it. It's pretty crazy.
After sitting on the side of the road for a while, I had to get out there myself for one last run before the sunset.
A clear run. It's the last day of the event. We're heading over to the resort now to go see how many more people are here. That is a lot of Miatas. Look at this one. Going to the raffle.
Just before we got to the raffle, we saw this poor Miata that was parked under a dead tree that fell and crushed it.
That sucks. 175 tickets. We'll see if we win anything.
12 seconds later.
As luck would have it, I won a really nice tool set.
Made out pretty well today. Time to go back. A lot of sockets. Right now we're headed to the Pit Bike races. It's the last event of the weekend. That's it, it's time to go home. End of one of the greatest events of the year.
Now that Miata's at the Gap is over, we're on our way to the first annual West Virginia Hill Fest being hosted by the Snowshoe Ski Resort.
Alright guys, we're at West Virginia Hill Fest, heading out to do practice runs. So this is called a hill climb event. If you don't know what one of those is, it's where they take a public stretch of road that goes up a mountain and they shut it down going the other direction. So you get to race up the mountain and use the entire road without worrying about cars coming the other way and things like that. So it's a good time.
Sounds good. So I'm gonna lock eyes with you and start a countdown when we're close, okay?
Okay.
first practice run was crazy. Let's go check out some of the other cars competing at Hillfest before we head back to the hotel for the night. Don't worry though, tomorrow we're going to go out for a timed run to see where we can place. Alright, now that the practice runs are over, here's some of the competition that we're up against. Okay, so this is the first day of actual racing here. No more practice runs. We're up at the start line, getting ready to go. A lot of cool cars here, a lot of really fast cars. It's a really cool event. It's going to be a lot of fun today. Wow, that was a smooth run. I'll definitely have to come back out to Hillfest next year and try and beat my time. It's time to pack up the Miata and take it home and get back to building the next crazy project at the RAR house. Make sure to like the video and I'll see you guys next time.